Hey everybody, it's PJ from Wisconsin Airgunners. I'm with my man CJ.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
The Iguana Ninja, and we are in South Florida trying to take care of some invasive iguanas today. I think you're gonna like this one. The footage you're gonna see is scope cam from a variety of areas that we shot on this particular day. Some of which was canal areas where not only is it legal to shoot, but you're actually sort of encouraged and requested to go and take these things out. We also were on some private property at the request of the landowner, and at least one case a tenant. The permissions were secured by Harold, our guide of Iguana Lifestyles, and we were also accompanied by CJ, the Iguana Ninja, and they took care of everything, including bringing us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And if you're in South Florida and you're looking for someone to take you out on a hunt like this, I can definitely recommend these guys. They had everything taken care of, including regular calls to law enforcement, so they knew where we were and there weren't conflicts. Now you might catch a glimpse of my main man Izzy from DonnyFL in the background in a couple of these clips. This was a sort of company team building trip, and I can't be thankful enough to the folks at DonnyFL for bringing me along on this adventure. I got him. Got him. There we go. Got him. Watch for the tail whip and see him roll. That's kind of how you know you've got him down. In this clip, if you're looking around, you see all that dark stuff kind of right behind that guy's head. That's all fecal matter. These things are messy. If you look carefully in these next two clips, you'll see evidence of Florida's most invasive species. Usually I dial for elevation, but if you noticed in the last shot and this one, both of these iguanas were relatively close, so I had to hold over, and that's because my scope is 0 to 55 yards, And I'm actually holding over because the slug is still rising to meet that point of aim at this close distance. That was an estimate, but I think I got it just about right.
Good shot! My goodness!
Roll them.
One shot, one kill from PJ, Wisconsin Airgunner. Good shot!
Got him! Got him, baby!
Yeah, they're living in the hole.
There's two dead in front of that hole. Pretty good ones.
I recorded just a little bit of video of the recovery of these two, and my intent was to show you the scale. It turned out it was a little bit harder than I thought. I didn't want to point the rifle at our host. It is unloaded and unsafe at this point, but you know, safety's got to be a primary function. What I want you to understand is how big these are, and you know, imagine 10 or 15 of these on a daily basis in your backyard. I mean, this is why people are so concerned about it. Between this and the damage they're doing both to the ecology and to road and building structures around South Florida, it's not hard to see why people are excited to have these things removed. They are big. Just the body of these things are bigger than a squirrel, and that's not even counting the tail.
Rolled them.
The rifle I'm shooting on this adventure is an FX Impact M3 in .22 caliber. I'm showing you footage through an Element Optics Nexus scope, and the rifle is quieted with a DonnyFL Sumo. I have this set up to shoot 28.5 grain Nielsen slugs at around 960 feet per second. I'm using the FX integrated harmonic barrel tuner, and the video you're seeing I filmed through a side shot scope cam that was converted to house a Firefly by Hajimoto. If you want one of those, check him out. Sometimes these are pretty long shots, and well, putting it down required a follow-up. Sometimes two follow-ups.
Oh, good
Oh
shot.
my goodness!
Good shot.
I didn't see it.
80 yards.
Did we record that? Yeah.
This is one of the longer shots of the day at about 130 yards. I was shooting across a canal and had to sort of figure out what the wind was doing completely on the other side. I think I got it right. So after I confirmed that that last one was down, I looked to the right, and at about 150 yards, I saw this big one. I just couldn't pass up the shot. Unfortunately, when I first saw it, it was not behind these trees, or not in front of these trees, so I really didn't have a safe backstop. This first shot, you can see the slug goes a little bit with the wind to the right, so it's a hit, but not in anything that's going to take a tank like this down. So I have to line up, and actually wind up putting a couple of slugs into this one before it finally goes down. We're going to follow Harold and CJ over as they make the recovery on this one and see just how big it is in real life.
Alright.
Just for him, right? Damn, something died here before.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, look at this. Perfect. Vertebrae. And this is the nice one he got from today. That girl. That was a nice shot from all, what was it, right there.
Yep.
And
So
that
my
little
boy
patch.
PJ shot an iguana from way right there and shot it right here. That's about 150 yards, people. That's that's ridiculous.
And the face is still up. Oh, there's two of them. Look how big they are. Huge. Right in his head. Just try to shoot him right behind the eye. That's the kill zone. Right behind the eye. Woo! There it is. That's one of them. Not that fat mouse.
You see how he's taking it?
He's a beast. There it is.
Oh, he ain't taking it no
I thought we
more.
took that shot.
Wisconsin Air Gunners.
There's something rolling out in the weeds out there. Yeah, nice. I saw that.
As much as I wish I could say it were true, not every one of the shots I or anybody else took was a perfect hit every time. And these iguanas are tough. If you do not shut off the brain, which basically means hitting them between the eye and the ear, they just kind of go off and keep going. And sometimes they don't give you much of a target. This is all I got here, just this little head poking up over the tops of the tall grass. But we made the best of it.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy the Iguana Ninja here down here in South Florida. So right here we have some erosion. So you may think that this is a boat dock, but that's not the case. This is iguana doing. All these iguanas are digging up holes, digging up the foundations to where you're walking and you can't see. And they dig through concrete, dirt, sand. They can hold their breaths up to 15 minutes. Females are laying 30 to 80 eggs every year. Sometimes they have 2 cycles, and it's ridiculous. So for you guys to come down from Wisconsin to California to wherever throughout the whole world of the United States, we appreciate your service in coming down here to help us with iguana removal.
So the females were what's called gravid, which means they had eggs on board. And I really wanted to see for myself just how many eggs a normal or average size iguana laid. And the guys were good enough to talk me through that process and give me some pointers on how to do it. So here's that. This may be graphic and you might want to tune out.
So her nerves are still going to move.
So Martha, and then if you go like this, there's a chance of the eggs. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me try it.
And here. Slide it into the egg. Should have caught. Perfect.
Oh, that looks like it's.
Now you can just cut into right there. Yep. Basically, you're going to go all the way to the chest bone right here.
Well, Wow. Fully developed.
Wow. Wow.
They're in sacks.
That's a 60 piece. That's a 60.
Yeah, there'll be 2 sacks, one on the left, one on the right.
Look at all those eggs.
So this is what we're talking about, guys.
Yep.
This is the destruction of an environment, and what we're doing here is making sure that this is a whole tribe of iguanas that don't wind up seeing the light of day.
So if she moves, it's not her, it's just her nerves. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
So, as you know, in Central America, these were bred for a food source. So in Central America, they consider these eggs very high in protein. So if you were sick today, had the flu or something, they would make you an iguana soup. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up feeling like Superman. That's what they believe. Also, what most people don't know after talking to these Central Americans, that's what the husbands tell their wives. But the real reason that people want these eggs are, they are an aphrodisiac. Just like oysters and stuff like that. So that's why they go for these eggs. These months that are coming up, every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. There's your 60. Unless I counted some twice. Probably 61 because there's one broken in there. They average 50 to 78 eggs. Good job, man. Hands on. That's how you do it. You have.
If you're ever curious about what happens when you introduce an omnivorous and prolific species into an area where it has no predators, just go to South Florida and see the kind of problems that they're dealing with. It was incredible to me to see firsthand just how many eggs one female iguana lays. We recovered about 50 iguanas, and there were probably another 50 or more that we couldn't recover. And if we figure half of those were females, we're talking about thousands of iguanas that aren't now going to be in the environment, but we didn't even come close to making a dent. This is a serious issue. In fact, we talked to a Broward County, call him a public works person, who was out doing some surveying, and they said a significant portion of what their work is right now is simply repairing iguana damage, and it's so severe that in some places roads are collapsing and needing to be, basically they're pumping concrete under the roads to rebuild the road structure. It's a very, very costly situation, and I'm not trying to portray us as heroes and going out and doing the shoot, because to be honest, it was just really a lot of fun, but it is a serious problem, and air gunning is one of the ways that average people can make a difference. Just look at these things. This is somebody's backyard. Can you imagine waking up to these crawling all over everything every single day? I hope you've enjoyed our footage, and as you watch these last few shots, and after, until the next video, shoot safe, shoot straight, and we'll see you around.